Peace and blessings. Do you know how to love yourself? All these years and all the trials and tribulations we've gone through, all the work that we put in on ourselves, all the lessons we learned, all the steps that we've taken on our spiritual journey, often we learn so much and grow so much that after years and years and years on this spiritual path, we look back and we see how far we've gone. And for some reason we feel like we've traveled all this way and still haven't gotten closer to happiness or closer to peace. Certainly we've learned, certainly we've grown. But why is it that still, in some ways, we're unfulfilled? It's because for many of us, despite the fact that we've grown and learned and moved forward, the very simple lesson we have not learned is how to love ourselves. We don't know how. And in fact, many of us have never asked ourselves that question. We know we should love ourselves. We know we should be gentle with ourselves, but we don't know what self-love really looks like. We know that self-love is putting in the work. When we've put in the work, we know that self-love means to be careful with our nutrition. We know that self-love means setting boundaries. But what does it really mean to love yourself? Not what we should do, but how do we love ourselves? And many of us are still learning. And that's okay. I want you to love yourself despite your faults. I want you to love yourself even when you've made mistakes. I want you to love yourself when it's hard. I want you to love yourself when you don't have the answers. Love yourself even when you acknowledge that you have room to grow. Love yourself even when you think of the past. And love yourself when you dream of the future. Love yourself when you are afraid. Love yourself when you feel alone. Love yourself when it feels like love has forgotten you. Love yourself when you pray and include yourself in your prayers. Love yourself when you are angry. Love yourself when you are sad. Love yourself when times are hard. Love yourself when you see others are happy. Love yourself when you feel unincluded. Love yourself while you're growing. Love yourself when you feel you haven't made as much progress as you plan to. And love yourself when your plans fall apart. Love yourself when you're hurting. Love yourself when you awake in the morning. Love yourself when you're tired. Love yourself when you feel like you don't care anymore. Love yourself when you feel as if there's nothing left for you to give. Love yourself first. And love yourself so deeply and with so much passion that it overflows and those around you are inundated in your love. Love yourself so much that you are no longer afraid to love others. Love yourself so much that you are no longer afraid to take risks. Love yourself enough to do what's best for you. Love yourself enough to sacrifice what you want now for something better in the future. Love yourself enough to know that admitting when you're wrong is not the end of the world. Love yourself without question. Love yourself without proof. Love yourself with a deep spiritual faith. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself.